Assalamu alaikum and welcome to the Dr. UUT lectures. Today we'll talk about the mode. We will discuss with you guys the easiest method to find the mode of the ungrouped and grouped data. Well, ungrouped data, it's easy for us to find the mode, but it becomes difficult when we are about to solve the mode of the grouped data. So I will discuss with you the easiest way. First of all, I will tell you the steps how to solve the mode without formula. Then from those steps, you will be able to memorize the formula also. If you don't want to memorize the formula, it's okay. You can solve through these steps that I'm going to tell you right now, a moment later, inshallah. So then through those steps, you will be able to find out the mode in a very easy way. So first of all, let's go for the ungrouped data. Though it's easy for everyone, but there are certain boys and girls, kids, those who don't understand what is the mode for the ungrouped data. For them and for simply for a kind of revision, so let's go for the first finding the group data, ungrouped data, the mode for the ungrouped data. So before going to find it, let's know first of all what is actually mode. Mode is simple. It is actually the most frequent value of the data. We have data. In the entire data, if a value is repeating time and again, that repeated value, that value which is repeating time and again, that value is actually called as mode. So let's get this one. First of all, find the mode from the that is data which is ungrouped. So we don't see any kind of group here. Why? Simply we have data. So now let's go for the finding of the mode from this data. So we have 1, 2, 3, 5, 4, 5, 10, 5, 15, 18, 19. I hope you guys heard correctly that we have hereby a 5 digit that is actually repeating time and again. So neither of the digits is actually repeating more than 5. So 5 is actually repeating 3 times. So the value which is repeated or which is repeating time and again, or which is more frequent than the others, that value is actually mode. So from our this data, we got this that 5 is actually repeated time and again, or actually it is actually repeated 3 times. So this is actually our mode. So 5 is actually the mode of all this data. Okay, easy one. Now, a little bit difficult, not that much, but a little bit. So that is actually finding the mode for the group data. So we have here by the data, which is in group form, 6 to 8, 8 to 10, 10 to 12, 12 to 14, 14 to 16. This is our actually group data. Now let's solve this group data. So in exams, you will be given data frequencies. Then you will be asked to find the mode of this particular question. So this is the data in front of you in frequency. Now find the mode. So first of all, I will tell you the steps, not the formula. So from those steps, it will be easy for you guys to memorize the formula if you want. If you don't want, forget about the formula. Just practice these steps. These will help you guys to go through this particular problem and solve this problem without using the formula exactly. But you will be using actually formula, but you will not be looking to the formula. You will be actually looking to the data only. So from the data, we will just actually solve our mode, or we will find our mode. So let's get right into it or dive into it. We have a data, we have frequencies. So what is mode? Mode is actually the most frequent value of the data. So now we have frequency. By this we mean, actually, we will go to the frequency, we will check which frequency is actually having a difference, a larger difference than the others. So if we just go through this data, so we get the frequencies here by 6, A, 5, 10, 6, and 3. So now in these frequencies, we actually got the 10, which is actually more frequent, or actually having a larger number when we compare to rest of the frequencies. So now this is actually the most frequent value, frequent class. So what we do now, for our ease, we will just actually uh, make a box of this particular portion. So this is supposed to be our mode now, okay? So now let's go for finding the mode of this particular data. How to find? Very simple. You guys are feeling a kind uneasy when you are asked about the mode because you guys think about the formula and you forget the formula when you just go for the solution. So from now onwards, don't feel confusion, just concentrate the data. From the data, you will now solve this particular mode. How? Very simple. First of all, write this particular first value. The first value for us right now for our this mode is actually, or for this mode class is actually 10. Write the value that is 10. After that, write plus, okay? Then go for the frequency, that is 10. From this 10, first of all, you will minus the upper frequency, which is 5. Then you will minus the lower frequency, which is 6. Very simple. So here we have 6 minus 5. X 10 minus 5. 10 minus 5. Now again do the same in the denominator. First of all, do upward, then do downward. If you don't know about the numerator and denominator, let's go for simple words, simple terms. First of all, minus this most frequent value with the value with the frequency that is actually upper than this. We call this preceding frequency. So 10 minus 5 preceding frequency. First of all, minus this in the upper portion of this bar numerator, then minus this in the denominator also. After that, have this particular sign that is of plus, then go for the 10 minus 6 or minus this most frequent value from the following frequency, okay, the next frequency, which is actually downward. So first of all, minus with the upper one, then minus with the lower one. So with upper one, we will minus it 2 times. First of all, upward, then downward. In simple words, in simple English, I'm talking to you guys to make you this to make this understandable for you guys. So we call this portion as a numerator and this portion as a denominator, okay? Then just close this entire minus plus in the bracket, then go for the multiplication and then put the value that is actually the class interval, that is the range of this particular class. 10 to 12, here we got the class interval or the range that is actually 2. Then write the 2 hereby. So what we did actually, we took the very first value, then we took the frequency. With the frequency, we did the subtraction or the minus of with the 5 with the preceding frequency. Then we did the subtraction with the lower frequency or the following frequency. So 10 minus 6, 10 minus 5, 10 minus 6. And we did this 2 times, 10 minus 5 in the numerator and 10 minus 5 in the denominator. Then we added with the next minus, that is 10 minus 6 in the denominator. And then we just multiplied with the range, with the class that is actually 10 minus 12, that is 10 to 12 range, which is for us right now, when we do this, when we find the range of this class, we will get to. So this is the step that is actually going to help you guys to find the mode instead of confusing while you are going to write the formula. So when you go for the formula, we may feel confused. And I actually, when I was solving this, I used to feel confusion because I was thinking that I am not going on the right track of the formula or I'm forgetting about the formula. So when you are feeling confusion, so in order to avoid that confusion, I got this strategy that to go stepwise means to solve the data stepwise. This helped me, and I hope this will help all those guys who are like me, or all those guys who are struggling in memorizing the formula. So formula oftentimes makes or we feel somehow confusion when we are in the examination hall or during the solution of this particular problem. So I hope this works for you guys. And guys, this will actually help you memorize the formula also. So from this, then you can memorize the formula. And if you know about the values, that lower limit is what is the lower limit, what is maximum frequency, what is preceding frequency, what is following frequency, blah, 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 blah. Anyways, forget about all these. Just remember the steps. That is going to help you guys, inshallah. اللهم صل على محمد النبي الأمي وعلى آله وسلم تسليما. جزا الله عنا محمدا صلى الله عليه وسلم أهله.